Is natural good, or is non-natural things bad? This is a thing that comes up a lot with regards to plant-based lifestyle and things related to that. Many people argue that eating plant-based or being vegan is not natural because our ancestors were never vegan. There's never been any vegan cultures in our history, and we've always eaten some sort of animal product. When you look into history, the majority of indigenous cultures were living on majority plant-based, but none of them were completely vegan. But the question is it natural? And we need to think about what does it mean to be natural and what is natural. Bobby's perspective, he made a good point that when you look at our history, going back all the way to when we first discovered fire and we started using tools, that was moving away from nature. We started using technology. When we started building roads and cultivating crops and breeding crops, this was all using technology and using our intellect for our own benefit. And it's not necessarily bad. And so as you go further in our history, when we start building cities and cars and technology, cell phones and computers, these things are essentially still natural because they're part of our world, they're part of our lives. We created them, just like an animal, a bird would create a nest or a shrine to attract a mate. These things are just ways that organisms use the world around us. We're using the materials and our own creativity to make life easier. And when you look into nature, there's lots of things that are completely natural that we don't consider good, such as infanticide, which is killing of babies. Lions, they kill babies. You know, if it's from a competing tribe, or if a male wants to become the pride leader, he'll kill the babies of the other male so that his genes are not passed on. And we don't accept that in our society. We also don't accept rape, and there's many animals that just rape one another. And also they sniff each other's asses, they, eat shit off the ground. These are things that we're not going to do. And many people argue that, well, there's a lion going and killing for its food. Why is it bad for us to do that? And the question is that we don't need that. The lion needs to do that because they are an obligate carnivore. They need to eat meat to survive, whereas we do not. And we actually do better without it. The science is out. Meat is not necessary. Heme iron is absorbed too readily, and it causes cancer, it accumulates, it contributes to heart disease and Alzheimer's and many other diseases. The protein in animal products is inflammatory, it's heavy on the kidneys, the biggest risk factor in kidney stones is animal protein. So all these things come from that side, which is natural. But we're evolving. We want to live in a society that is compassionate and, you know, working together. And so nature and natural isn't necessarily something that we need to consider. All we need to consider is, are we following our morals? And we know what our morals are. It's kind of a collective idea, a collective agreement that we shouldn't kill each other, we shouldn't call each other names, and we know what they are. There's laws, and unfortunately some laws are not in alignment with that. Just like it's legal to farm and kill some animals where it's not legal to do that to other animals. And so that shows the hypocrisy in the situation. And so we want to move towards something that's better. So that's my opinion on how nature works, and if things need to be natural. The big point that I forgot to make was that basically it's often related to supplements, and there's many people who don't want to try a plant-based diet or go vegan because you have to supplement, and that doesn't make any sense, because everyone needs to supplement. Every single person needs to take vitamin B12, unless you're living out in nature and you're eating off the floor and you're drinking untreated water and you're getting like feces in your diet, because that's often where it's from. It's just a bacteria. It's not produced by animals. The animal products that have B12 have been supplemented with that. They've been injected with B12. Vitamin D, everyone needs to take it if you're living in a cold climate because you're not getting enough sun. That's where vitamin D comes from. And say you are low in iron, which is actually very easy to get on a plant-based diet. Like, everything has it. You just need to eat whole foods instead of processed foods. But if you are low, you can just take a pill. Like, a pill is not, it's not hard, and it's not detrimental. It's not worse than eating a steak, which comes with the cholesterol and the saturated fat and the bacteria and the potential infections. Food poisonings are a very common thing, and the majority of them come from animal products because there's shit on it. There's like 70%, okay, I'm just making that up, but a large portion of meat has shit on it because these animals shit all over themselves because they're kept in shitty conditions. So just take a supplement. It's not that hard. And if you are actually wanting to be healthy, then you'll take responsibility and eat well. There's no reason to really go down that route if you care. If you don't care, just take a pill. Not that hard. Have a smoothie. Alright. That's what I've got to say. Peace out.